Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Direct and indirect series, day 5. Students, as I told you earlier, direct and indirect is also called narration. Students, we can report the words of speaker in two ways. Direct speech. Direct speech is the form of narration in which the actual words, the actual words of a speaker are reported. As far as indirect speech is concerned, indirect speech is the form of speech in which what one speaker says is reported by another with almost accuracy but without using his or her actual words. Students, as I have told you in my previous videos, in direct and indirect we do some changes. In indirect speech, we change it into that, ago into before, here into there, these into those, today will be changed into that day, last night will be changed into the previous night. Okay, yesterday will be changed into the previous day. Now will be changed into then, thus will be changed into so, tonight into that night, tomorrow will be changed into the next day. The next day will be changed into the following day. This will be changed into that, just will be changed into then. Okay, so these are the changes. We will change these words into indirect. Okay, and indirect speech. Okay students, in my previous video I have explained to you how to change direct speech into indirect if our reporting speech is in present tense. Okay, in today's lecture I will explain you if our reporting speech is in future, okay, then how we will change the sentences into indirect speech. For example, they will say, we do not work hard. In this sentence, they will say is the reporting speech. They will say is the reporting speech. Our reporting speech is in future. As you can see, will indicates the future tense. We do not work hard. We do not work hard. This is present tense. If our reporting speech is in present and reported speech is in future, in present tense. Reporting speech is in future tense and reported speech is in present tense. Then how we will convert the direct speech into indirect? We will not change the tense, okay? We will use that. We will remove the commas and we'll do the pronoun changes. How? Let's see. That they will say we do not work hard. They will say that they do not work hard. Okay. Next example is I shall say I have spoken the truth. In this sentence, students, as you can see, I shall say, this is reporting speech and reporting speech is in future tense. I have spoken the truth. This is present tense, present perfect. Okay. Have with third form of the verb indicates the perfect, present perfect. If reporting speech is in future tense and reported speech, the inside the commas, okay, is in present tense, then while changing this into indirect, we will not change the tense. We will do the pronoun changes, we'll remove the commas and use that. How? I shall say that I have spoken the truth. Okay, it's so simple. Next example is he will say my daughter will look after her. He will say this is reporting speech and reporting speech is in future tense. My daughter will look after her and reported speech is also in future tense. Then while changing it into indirect, we will not change the tense. Tense will remain the same. Okay. He will say that, we will use that, his daughter will look after her. I have done the pronoun changes. Look, I have changed the pronoun. My daughter, I have changed this into his daughter. Okay, because he is there. Next example is we say to her. Your uncle will not hate them. We say to her. We say to her, this is reporting speech, and reporting speech is in present tense. Your uncle will not hate them, and reported speech is in future tense. Again, we will not change the tense. Keep in mind, if reporting speech is in present tense or in future tense, reporting speech is in present tense or in future tense, then we will not change the tense while changing direct speech into indirect. Okay? We say to her, your uncle will not hate them. We say to her that her uncle will not hate them. What I have done, I have used that. I did the pronoun changes, I have removed the commas, but I didn't change the tense. Okay, tense is the same. We say to her that her uncle will not hate them. I have changed your uncle into her uncle. Alright? So students, what you have learned in today's video, if our reporting speech is in present tense or in future tense, then we will not change the tense while changing direct speech into indirect. Okay, we will change the pronouns, we will remove the commas, we will use that. All right, students, direct speech is when you quote someone's exact words. Direct speech is when you quote someone's exact words using quotation marks to indicate the speech. Alright, and indirect speech is when you convey someone's words without quoting them directly. The structure changes and often the verb tenses are shifted. Okay, but in the case of present tense and future tense,